So you think you want to be a real estate investor and it's all going to be fun and games and million-dollar profits. Well, let me tell you, sometimes you're going to need to pivot.
Pivot! Pivot! Pivot!
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
So look at this. 8 units in Caguas, Puerto Rico, down in the Pueblo. We love Caguas. We're killing it down there. We've built these condos. We thought, man, we're gonna rent these to students and we're going to get really nice rents. We're gonna have a massive return on our investment. Well, what happens? The big flu happens and we miss 4 consecutive semesters of college. So we don't get to rent to the students and we are forced to make a pivot. Pivot to what we thought would be a brilliant idea. We're in a community of people who are coming to the island. We're in the habit of inviting people to the island. So let's provide housing for those people who are trying to figure out where they want to live before they get their permanent housing. They could rent one of our apartments. We could give them some flexible lease terms like 3, 6, or 9-month leases. We could do it at kind of different rent ratios. So depending on how long you stay, the rents would get better. The lesser time that you stay, it's maybe a little more expensive. So we tried that for like 6 or 8 months and it didn't work. We didn't get one tenant doing that. I'm sure that this business model will work. It just probably needed to be closer to San Juan, where people, when you're first coming in, you all want to be in the metro area, and I get it. I did the same thing. We had to pivot a second time and go back to just doing long-term rents, which is what we've done now. We've got many of these units rented. We're getting still a really nice rent rate because they're such big, beautiful, badass apartments. So we're getting about $1,000 a month, which fully rented out will give us $8,000 a month of revenue, $96,000 a year. We've got about $400,000 all in on the renovation budget and the purchase price. So that's pretty spectacular. It's close to a 25% return. But we're gonna pivot one more time. So for our third pivot, the one that's gonna take us over the top on this, and we're gonna have some magnificent profits if we can pull this off and it all goes our way. We're gonna now subdivide these into 8 condominiums and provide them as housing for people, and there is a housing shortage on the island, right? So we're gonna provide 8 families that can come in and buy a condo. We'll do some seller financing on the back end. We're partnering with a guy who's done this before. His name's Michael Connolly. He comes to the Breakfast Club, guys, and we're serious when we say that we invite people to come who are like-minded, who maybe they're smarter than us, hopefully, like Michael, and they've got a skill set. So Michael, kind of pulled me aside at the Breakfast Club and he said, hey, I'd like to do some condo conversions on the island. And I didn't really grasp onto that right away, but a couple of weeks go by and I ended up remembering we had these potential condos. And so we ended up making a deal with Michael. The point is, by buying something really well and by having the foresight to be able to make a pivot, we're still gonna make a bunch of profit, although it definitely didn't go our way. It's definitely taken longer than we thought it was going to take. And we are frustrated, or we have been frustrated. But by pivoting, we're going to be able to pull this rabbit out of a hat, do really well on this. And it's exciting to learn something new, right? Just being able to figure out how to fit that square peg into the round hole is really, really key to your success as a real estate investor. So, give me a comment. Tell me, what do you think? I mean, we've had to pivot 3 times on this, and we're still thinking that we're gonna make 100% returns. You can only do that in Puerto Rico, by the way, guys. So if you're not investing in Puerto Rico yet, what are you waiting on? There is plenty of room, plenty of upside. All ships rise at a rising tide, and we're inviting people to come check out the island. It's paradise. It's a great place to live. There are wonderful people here. So I hope you enjoyed the content, guys. Like, comment, smash the subscribe button for us. We really appreciate you. We love how the community's growing. God bless.